Welcome to Local SEO in 10. This is your go-to podcast for answers about how you can grow your local business online easily and quickly. Brought to you by local SEO experts Magnified Media in Walnut Creek, California. In each 10-minute episode, our digital marketing expert Adam Duran answers your questions on how you can get more leads for your business fast. Remember, if you're not taking care of this part of your business right now, you can bet your competitors are. And now, here's our host with the questions, Jamie Duran, and our expert with the answers, Adam Duran.
All right, Adam.
Hey, Jamie, how's it going?
It is going. I was just telling someone it's like the monkeys took over the zoo.
Oh, no, that sounds bad.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, it's a crazy Friday. People are very excited. But what are we talking about today in local SEO?
Right. Today's topic, how to grow your online presence with your networking group.
All right. Fantastic.
So do you know what a networking group is?
Yeah. Cisco and Oracle and NetSuite. A group of nodes that transmit packets to each other.
Thank you, Wikipedia.
No,
I am not Wikijamia.
Yeah,
Jamiepedia. That's
nice.
Right. All right. Never depend on that, folks.
Okay.
The only one I like, or Grammypedia.
Oh,
Maybe
that's the best one.
All right. So a networking group would be like a local BNI group, or even to a small extent, your chamber group could be a networking group. Latip, Provisors. There's a ton of them out there. And so those groups and the relationships you build when you're a member of them, they can bring tons of leads to your business. But guess what? Most members of those groups don't take full advantage of them. And in this episode, I wanted to explore some of my tips for how, if you're in one of those groups, you can use your membership to supercharge your online presence for your own business and for the other members in your group.
Excellent. I have my pen and paper ready to take copious notes.
I know. Okay, that's awesome. As always, you should do so. Here we go. All right. First one. On your website, you have. Let's go. Let's even go back before that. What I always recommend to everyone who's in a business networking group is, outside of the group, you're going to be meeting people. You're going to have these one-on-one meetings where you're learning about each other's business. And at the end of that meeting, I always ask, hey, where can I write you a review? And then that way I write them that review. And then guess what?
They write one back for you.
That's right. Most of the time they do the same for me. And those reviews, of course, they'll last forever. So basically, especially on Google, those will stay up forever. On LinkedIn, they'll stay up forever. Yelp, who knows? But in any case, get in the habit, if you're in one of these networking groups, to do that at the end of every meeting, every one-to-one meeting. At the end of the year, you're going to have 50, 60, 70 reviews? I mean, I don't know.
How many meetings do you do?
I do a lot. But and I know others who do way more than that. And if they ended each one of those meetings, right, they'd have a ton of reviews. It just seems like a no-brainer to me. So that's number one.
Awesome.
Next, okay, same thing with the reviews. Open what we're going to try and do is create a testimonial page on your website where you have, you get that information from your other group members. So basically, my step-by-step process for this is you just go to Google, create a spreadsheet, share it with those people, make sure that each column has, your NAP, your business name, address, phone number, your website, and a description of that business, right? So then you can take that spreadsheet, copy it, boom, put it up on your website as a testimonial page or as a partner page. That way, basically what you're doing is you're creating a local network of sites that basically give backlinks to each other. So it's awesome. Google loves that local power. And if you have a group of business partners that work together, that are local, that support each other like that, they help each other rise in the rankings every time.
So this could work for not just networking groups, but pretty much any group, like a Rotary or Chamber of Commerce.
Sure. Anyone with a business. Yes, definitely. When they don't have a business, obviously it doesn't work.
Okay. Yeah.
But and of course in these chapters there are going to be, or in all of these groups, there's going to be multi-level marketers who have nothing. They have no ability to do any of this. So if you're one of those positions, I'm sorry. So this probably isn't the podcast for you. Or well, the first one is. Anyway, that first one, you should do that.
All right.
Anyway. All right. Next one. This was Jamie's, his point was to guest blog on each other's sites. So if I know a lawyer and I want to write about something that I know his audience would enjoy reading on his website, and then at the end of that, I would have an About Me section. And then I would be able to put a link on that About Me section to my website. So it's another backlink, that's super powerful. And so you're benefiting both that your friend, their business, and your own.
Nice.
Awesome. Yeah. And you can keep doing that for everyone in your group. Why not?
This is now maximizing the network.
Yeah. I mean, take advantage of that. Next one we're going to go is, obviously, if they have a Facebook business page, you want to go, you want to like those pages. You want to comment on their posts, like their posts, share their posts, stuff like that. That's a basic, right? For me, that's just, that's default. Now, the next thing you want to do is join some local Facebook groups.
Okay.
When you do that, you'll notice there's all kinds of people asking for all kinds of services. So when you see somebody who needs one of your group members, their business, recommend them. It's easy. And also include their website on that recommendation. When you do that, people click on that link to that website from Facebook and it takes them to that website. It's called a social signal that helps their ranking. Why not do that?
Sure. You better like them.
Well, this is obviously assuming you trust and like them.
Okay.
So that's kind of the point of all these business groups is you're building trust and, liking each other. So that way that relationship can bleed into business and help each other's business grow.
Understood. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Next, the next one I want to talk about. Most of these business networking groups have a website, like a chamber of commerce definitely does. You want to make sure that you go into your chamber membership page, that page that's dedicated to your business. Make sure your name, address, and phone number are correct.
All right.
I lost. I mean, when's the last time you checked your chamber, your chamber listing, Jamie?
Last time I renewed, so probably a month ago.
10 years ago.
No.
Jamie is way more on top of it than most. Awesome. So make sure, and the chamber that, because they don't, no one really pays attention to that kind of stuff. Make sure that your name, address, and phone number are listed correctly. Make sure it has a description that's correct. All that stuff is super important. And crazily, most of those networking groups have really high domain rating. So Google really does value those links. That's why it's really important to make sure they're correct.
All right. That seems pretty easy.
Woo! All right. Any more from you? How about you? Do you have any tips for us?
Yeah. Every business is supposed to have a business license. So that's with the city. And there's really no registry of that. But if the city really wanted to promote business within the city, they could totally get on this and start all kinds of stuff. But
yeah, you would think that my paying for my business license would have some other benefit than whatever paying for meter maids to ticket me while I was 5 minutes too late. But I don't know. These business networking groups, they do have these kind of hidden areas of power, and they do really work when you maximize them. So just make sure that you add a testimonial page. Anyone who writes a review, you can use that on your website. Have a partner page with descriptions that you've gotten from everyone. Make sure that in those descriptions, your link back to your website is your keyword. So that way, we talked about this on previous podcasts. Just don't have a naked anchor, it's called, with your www. You want to have local top solar contractor. And then that'll be your link back to your site. Whatever keyword that people are using to find your business, that's what you want to make your link back to your site.
Sounds good.
Yeah. And another kind of pro tip, when you're leaving a review for somebody, always try and include a picture. Don't include a picture of yourself smiling. But if it's a service, if somebody, one of your friends, they fixed your air conditioner, take a picture of the air conditioner. All of those pictures make sure that those reviews stay up much longer. And on Yelp, definitely one of the reasons. Well, one of the reasons that Yelp won't make that review disappear is, it has photos attached to it. So include those photos. They totally help. Well, thank you. I don't know about that. That was a good one. All right. That's all I got, unless, Jamie, you have any more.
I would say, just like I kind of hinted at, is be careful on, sometimes, if you write a review for someone and it has your name or company name, and then later on that person, maybe they turn out to be not a great person. Right. Your name is now forever associated with that person. Mm-hmm. And so I've run into that a couple times where I've written a review and then the customer comes back to me and says, hey, that contractor you referred me to. Yeah. And that's not good for me. And so now, because you're associated with them, I am not going to review or,
okay. Anyway, easy fix for that.
Great.
Guess what? On Google, you don't have to use your real name or on any of these other platforms. You can be named Barry Flanders and no one, it's still a review. Okay. Right. And it still has power and it still has does everything we want. So you can have, it doesn't have to be your real name. It's nice if it is, but don't worry about it if it's not. And as always, you can always delete that review. Yeah. There you go. That's all I got.
Else? Okay.
Yeah. That's all I got.
If you are in a networking group or of a chamber, you're in a chamber of commerce, if you pay a business license, share this with the network administrator. See, that's probably the wrong person, right, Adam?
I don't know. I think these groups, a lot of times they do have a website designer.
Oh, yeah, the web person.
So they can help you probably.
Anyway, so, next time you meet a business owner, write a review for them. And you might be shocked that they write a review back for you. That would be a great way to spread the love, spread the word, and help everyone get better at their local SEO. And then make sure to not only share this podcast, but make sure to give us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts or on Spotify or anywhere else that you're listening to it. And we will talk to you next time.
Oh, lastly, I did have one more thing. If you have a question that you think, did we cover that on the podcast? Go to our website, click on our podcast page on our website, magnifiedmedia.net, and there's a search feature there that goes back, and it's awesome. And whatever question you have, most likely we've touched upon it or answered it in a previous episode. So go there, please. Thanks, everybody. Bye.
That's all for now. Thanks for listening to this episode of Local SEO in 10 with Google local marketing expert Adam Duran. Join us each week for answers to your questions on how to best harness the power of the internet to grow your business. Speaking of questions, got some? Message us through our Facebook page, Local SEO in 10, and we'll be sure to give you your answer on an upcoming episode. This episode of Local SEO in 10 is brought to you by Magnified Media, the leading online marketing agency in Northern California, who invite you to grow your business by magnifying your online visibility and credibility. Visit them on the web at www.magnifiedmedia.com. Magnify your business, magnify your profits.